Hey guys, it's Mrs. Cheney. Hey, every year when I start my classes, I like to just tell my students a little bit about me so that they know me better. And I do something called this like all about Mrs. Cheney presentation. So we're going to start off with that. And I'm just going to talk you through a few things about me so that you know me better. Okay. And then hopefully I'll get to know you better as the quarter or semester goes on. The top picture is a picture of me from when I was your age, about 16 years old. And I am wearing that super cool hat from American Eagle. Yes, it did exist back then. Okay. So yeah, that's my super cool hat. As you can see, I've always had curly hair. It's just a little darker back then. The picture underneath it is me now, and then also the picture to the right was taken over the summer on my 20th anniversary. And my daughter took that picture. All right, let's move me over here, shall we? If it will let me. Come on. All right, there we go. That's good enough. Okay. So here's my family. Okay, so the picture on the left, this is my son Aiden. He is a senior at Greenville High School, and he just turned 18 years old. My daughter Wynn is over here to the right. She just turned 15 years old, and she actually just started attending Davy Crockett High School, and she is a freshman. Okay. And then underneath here is a picture of myself, my husband, and my stepdaughter. Her name is Lindsay, and she lives in Indiana. She is 23 years old. She went to college for business at a university called Trine University, Trine. So that's my family. And here's another picture of us, family. Okay. Okay, and then here is a picture of myself and my mom. Her name is Maria. She actually is my neighbor. She lives like 3 houses down from me. And then this is my brother Jody and my brother Jason, and they are actually identical twins. They are 8 years older than me. They live in Knoxville, and they own 3 tropical smoothie cafes in Knoxville. So I don't know if you guys have been there before. But they have great smoothies, great food. But anyways, so yeah, they live in Knoxville. Was actually taken in my front yard, so this is the view from my porch, which I love, love, love. All right, some more things that I love, and it just skipped that. Here we go. Coffee. I love coffee. It is my drink. Yep, here's my coffee mug I'm drinking right now. Bob Ross on it. Legend. Okay. Anyways, I love coffee. Favorite drink of all time. Could drink it all day long. In fact, I do. I like it hot. I like it cold. I like it with creamer. I like it black. Like it all. Okay. Right here, this Cup of Life, this is actually our little side business that we have. We actually sell coffee. But I mean, we don't do it a whole lot, but we do for some people. So love coffee. All right, these are some of my favorite foods. How random is this? Okay, it's weird. That's okay. I like weird. Okay. My favorite food of all time is cherry tomatoes. I know people look at me like, are you crazy? No, I'm not. I love cherry tomatoes. I could eat them all day long until I have canker sores in my mouth because that's what happens when you eat too many tomatoes. I would know. Okay. But I also love peanut M&Ms. Love them. Sweet potato casserole. Love it. Why is it we only eat this on Thanksgiving? We need to eat this all year. Okay. Who's with me? Okay. And then also shrimp scampi. Love some shrimp scampi. Which basically, by the way, is shrimp cooked in garlic butter sauce. Just in case you didn't know. More about me. Love the Ohio State Buckeyes. Okay. I mean, you probably can tell by my voice, I am not from around here. I moved here from Ohio 3 years ago. I'll get into that more in a second, but I love Ohio State Buckeyes. I love flowers, and I have lots of flowers in my yard, and every week I pick flowers and do a bouquet in my house. So I love, love, love flowers. I also love going to concerts, which has been on hold right now because of, Corona and all that. But normally, I mean, you can find me at a concert about once a month. Okay. So, and my mom loves to go to them also, and like my family. But my mom and I go to a lot of concerts together. So, this was on one that we went to at the NPAC in Greenville. And I think the last one I went to before this whole COVID thing happened. Also, this is my husband and I, we ran or maybe I should say walked, a Bob Ross 5K. I love to walk. I walk outside a lot. I've been busier lately, but typically I just like to get outside and walk and be outside in nature. Like that is my form of exercise. It's like walking and hiking. Speaking of that, this was a hike that we went on to Marguerite Falls. So that's my husband and I and my son. That was, I don't know, a couple months ago. Again, I love waterfalls, love being out in nature, love the views around here. That's part of the reason I wanted to move here. This is the top of Viking Mountain right here. I also love looking at sunsets and sunrises and just like the clouds. Like I thought this cloud sort of looked like an angel, so I got a picture of that. I love sunrises. Like I am the person who will stop and take the picture. Like I just love it. Okay, so some other little fun things here. We have a couple little toys at home. So we have a 1969 Camaro that my husband is redoing, and it's super fun to drive in, and we have a blast with that, just cruising around. And then this is my 1960s. Oh, go back. What is going on? This is my 1966 Ford F100 pickup that we love to cruise around in too. So we just love old classic cars. These are my pets at home. So we have Chester right here, who's about 10 years old, and that's a boy. And then Buster's a girl. She's about 7. And then Tucker right here is a boy. And we don't really know how old he is. A little story time here. Tucker showed up at our house about 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years on Halloween. He just showed up like somebody dumped him off, and he was just starving. Like you could see his ribs and everything. So, and he was very like timid and shaky, and we're like, well, we'll just put him in the garage and give him some cat food because that's all we had, and we could tell he was starving. So we put him in the garage, gave him some cat food. Went to bed that night. He stayed in the garage, got up the next morning. He's in there. I opened the garage door. He went outside, went to the bathroom, came right back in, sat down in my lap, and he was the sweetest dog, and I just like fell in love with him. But I had told my husband, like, okay, I'll call the Humane Society and see if we can find him a home. Well, by the time my husband got home from work, I had already taken him to the groomers. He'd gotten a bath, gotten his teeth cleaned, his ears cleaned, and I may or may not have bought him some pajamas. Sorry. So anyways, from that point on, my husband was like, okay, so basically we're keeping the dog, I guess. But he has been the best dog we have ever had, the sweetest little thing on the planet. So that's Tucker. He's awesome. All right, so this is where I live now, and this is the view from my porch. We moved here from Ohio 3 years ago, like I said. So, yep, from Ohio to Greene County, Tennessee, okay, because that's where I live, is in Greene County. Technically Afton, which is just outside of Greenville. It's about 22 minutes from the high school here. This is just some art-related things I enjoy. So this is a rose that I painted. It's supposed to look kind of abstract. Abstract means it doesn't look exactly like a rose, but you can tell it's one. It's just sort of like fun looking. So I painted that. This is a project that I love to do. It's actually Santa's made out of clay. Super cool project, super fun. These aren't painted yet, but you can tell they're drying right now in the picture. But it's a fun project. And then in the middle, this is a project that I do usually with Art One. Can't really do the clay thing right now with Corona. Long story, but anyways. But that's a project I like to do. It's a self-portrait on a piece of clay. And then in my own personal time, I love to do Bible journaling. So this is an example of one of my Bible journals, like from Ohio, moved all the way to Tennessee. Okay. Some other random things. I used to live in Florida from the ages of 4 to 8. I love to bake. Like when I'm at home, I love baking things. And then my second favorite drink in the whole world is strawberry lemonade or raspberry lemonade, either one of those. So anyways, that's a picture of that. And I think that's about it. The only other thing I'd like to add that is not on this presentation that I like to just tell my students is that one fact about me too is I have adult ADD, so I have a hard time focusing sometimes. So like when I have my students in my classroom, I always tell them like, listen, if I'm giving directions or talking, like everybody just stop and listen. Because if you start talking, I'm going to get distracted, forget what I'm talking about. And my students are always so respectful about that. And I know a lot of you can relate. So I really appreciate that. But that's one more fact about me. So I hope you enjoyed learning about me and I'll see you guys later. Bye.